on Doug Guardi. And
I cannot do that right this second.
Is anybody taking bets still?
No.
Left here. All right. You got both of those? All right. Gentlemen, if I could have everybody over here real quick. Well, first off, let me congratulate you all on your great play and over the last few days and getting to the shootout. So congratulations to you all. Great job. The shootout will work this way. You'll play the tees that you played during the tournament, and I'm going to go over that here in just a second. But this is strict alternate shot. So you have to decide who's going to hit the tee shot here on 18. We play 18 as our par 5. And it is strict alternate shot, and you do have a team handicap that's comprised of 60% of your low handicapper and 40% of your high handicapper, and I will go over those handicaps here in just a moment as well too. We will take the low 3 teams in ties after we play 18 to play 18 in our ultimate shootout, which will be sudden death, and we play 18 as a par 5, and you play from various yardages based on your handicap. So those whose handicap from the Jones tee would be 9 and under will play from 170 yards. Those that are 10 to 16 play from 150 yards, and those 17 and above play from 140 yards. So if you're fortunate enough to move on from this hole, the partner hit the tee ball in this hole, the other partner will be playing that shot. If we continue to go in sudden death, we rotate again. Now the partner that hit the tee ball here on 18 would be the one to hit the tee ball for the second time at playing as a par 3. Does that make sense? So we're just going to continue to rotate who tees off. All right. So start off with Justin Smith and Sam Schwartz from our Nicholas flight. Your team handicap is 1, and I'm going to have you draw a number here. Scott Lepesky and Brett Sawyer, your team handicap is 2. Steve Lark and Mike McCoy, your handicap is 4. Doug Gagliardi and Scott Pottinger, your handicap is 4. Brandon Lutz and Steven Smith, your handicap is 5. Tracy Drew and Bryce Drew, your handicap is 5. Dr. Canduja and Mr. Davis, your handicap is 6. Brian Overbay and Dale Eibel, your handicap is 8. Mr. Bechtel and Mr. Drew, your handicap is 9. Dr. Stutzman and Mr. Humbert, your handicap is 10. Mr. Quinlan and Mr. Quinlan, your handicap is 10. Mr. Law and Mr. Yale, your handicap is 11. Dr. Brown and Mr. Mulkenor, your handicap is 14. Mr. Kale and Mr. Kale, your handicap is 15. And Mr. Bromberg and Mr. Price, your handicap is 15. So 18 is the number 4 handicap hole. Everybody's going to stroke here except for the teams of Justin Smith and Sam Schwartz, Scott Lepesky, Brett Sawyer. Those are the only 2 teams that don't stroke. Everybody else strokes here on 18, first time around. Does that make sense? Yep. All right, we do have a handful of people playing the white tees. Mr. Gagliardi is playing the white tees. Tracy Drews, white tees. Dr. Canduja, white tees. Brian Overby, white tees. Larry Kale, white tees. And Jeff Price, white tees. They are. I'm just letting you know. They're all the same, but just spelling that out, all right? All right, gentlemen, if we can go over your numbers here. So Justin Smith, 10. Scott Lepesky, 9. Mr. Lark, 3. Gagliardi, Mr. Lutz, Mr. Drew, Dr. Canduja, 15. Mr. Overbay, Mr. Overbay, Mr. Bechtel, 15. Okay. There's 15 teams, but Dr. Canduja, what number were you? 13. Got it. Dr. Stutzman, 14. Mr. Quinlan, Mr. Law, Dr. Brown, Mr. Kale, and Mr. Bromberg, 4. All right, guys, this order will remain the entire shootout. Okay, so if you're fortunate enough to advance on from this hole, again, low 3 teams and ties, advance on. If you're fortunate enough to advance from this hole, you will. We keep the same order as far as the team order. All right. All right. Are we ready, Mr. Drew? All right. Bryce Drew will be hitting the shot for Team Drew. All right, Bryce Drew hitting for Team Drew. And that's a good ball right down the right center side of the fairway in play. Brandon Lutz's team is up, and Mr. Smith, his guest, will be hitting the tee ball here. Another good ball right down the middle of the fairway. 2 balls right down the middle. That's a good start. Steve Lark's team is up, and Mr. Lark will be playing for his team. Mr. Lark's team does stroke here. All right, and that's heading down the left side of the fairway, but should be just perfect. Good ball. Seth Bromberg is up, and he'll be playing for his team. And that ball is going down the left side. Down in the left rough over by the path. And we have Zach Yale playing for Kelly Law's team. And that's going down the right. It's going to catch the big tree on the right-hand side. Hits it and came straight down. So good break there. Lucky break. When it hits a tree, it can go anywhere. But that one came down to the left, and they should be in really good shape. Just a long way out. We have Mr. Overbay playing. And that is a shot down the right side of the fairway. That might catch the rough on the right side. Might be in the fairway, might catch a rough. Hard to say. All right. We have for Jason Brown's team, his partner, Mr. Mulkenor, is going to play. As you can imagine, it's kind of hectic to keep track of where everybody is and who's playing. And he has popped that up. It is probably about 100 yards off the tee. It hit a tree, and I did not see it come down.
Right here.
Came down to the right?
Right over the hill.
All right. It's going to be in the left, about 100 yards off the tee. We have John Kale now playing for Team Kale. John's finding a more level spot to tee up. Couple practice swings and he's ready to go. Has a good swing right down the middle of the fairway, so a good start for Team Kale. We have Scott Lepesky playing for his team, and Scott has a 3-wood in hand. Obviously, this is going to be a 3-shot hole into the wind today. So Scott's taking the conservative play, making sure he gets his team in play off the tee. Scott's team does not stroke here, so. There's a solid play down the left side of the fairway, but it should be just perfect. And yes, Justin Smith is a play of now. Justin has driver in hand, teeing up on the right-hand side of the tee box. Justin waggles and hits. That is going down the right side of the fairway. Actually, it's going to catch the right rough over by the tree line. But that is in the rough. That'll be in that newly sodded area. Team, or Mr. Gagliardi, his partner, Scott Pottinger, is going to play. Scott has driver in hand. And a good swing, and that's right down the middle of the fairway. So good start for that team. And we have Team Quinlan is up. And Chuck Quinlan will be hitting the ball for his team. This is team number 12 of 15 teams in the shootout. We have 14 flights, but we had one flight where 2 teams died. This Quinlan is hitting. It's right down the middle of the fairway, too. So most teams are getting off to a great start here. We have Dr. Canduja playing for his team. This is the 13th team of the 15 teams that will be heading down this fairway. Our second flight, the Ben Hogan flight, we had 2 teams tie for first. They both made the shootout. That was Mr. Lepesky and Mr. Lark. Dr. Canduja readies. And hit it down the right side. It's just going to miss the tree on the right. Should be in good shape.
All right, go.
Dr. Stutzman's team is up, and his partner, Ed Humbert, will be teeing off. Mr. Humbert has driver in hand. And a good swing, starting down the left-hand side and cutting back toward the middle. And that ball is in good shape. And our final team, Team Scott Bechtel, his partner Jeff Drew, will be playing T-ball. Jeff is readying himself. A couple practice swings. And he's had a low liner down the left-hand side into the trees left. Probably going to be near the path. All right. And we're off. Let the chaos begin.
I'm right here.
Somebody go with Palmer.
Stay with Mary.
Somebody go with Palmer. No, I'm going to walk. All right. And we're off. Headed down the first fairway, the 18th fairway, the first hole of our shootout. And it is always exciting, a little hectic at times to keep track of 15 players and balls, teams, and where their balls go and who's furthest away. But the chaos has begun. The first order of play here is going to be finding Dr. Brown's partner's ball, which is over here in the left rough, about 100 yards off the tee. So we're headed that way. As you can see, the carts scurrying down the fairway. And we've got a ball here. Guys, we have a ball back here. So this ball literally is maybe 70 yards off the tee box in the left rough. Titleist one, Dr. Brown. Yeah. Yep, there you go. So a little bit of tree trouble here. We've got branches overhanging. He's going to have to play a low hook or have something kind of get up over the trees in front. Not an easy shot, especially this far away from the hole. So he's got looks like a hybrid in hand. Must be trying to go up over the trees that are about 70 yards in front. And he's hit a low shot that's just running along the ground. Got through the trees, luckily, but it's still in the rough. Snaked it through the trees. And it's still a long way out. They'll be playing their third shot before the majority of the field is playing their second. So not a great start for that team. Okay.
We have a rolling tire track.
Okay, we got a ruling here. We do have some course construction from some bulldozers here. So it's going to be nearest point of relief, right? That avoids the obstruction. So nearest point, feet are going to be standing right here. You get, grab the club that you're going to hit, put a tee in the ground, and get one club length from that point. So getting some relief for Mr. Bechtel. Now, if you drop it, right, just so you know, right, you take it here, you take it this way, if it helps you, great. You can always play from this. You don't have to take relief. That's your decision to make. So the ball's not laying in a track. Yep, and then you'd get one club length from that point. There you go. Yep. Like that? Yep, and it can go anywhere. Don't leave that tee there. You need to leave that tee there. Yeah, put another tee in the ground right there. And then anywhere, Scott, anywhere in this zone where it comes back to here, right? So anywhere in that kind of pie-shaped area, you may drop it. Yep, that ball's in play. Yep. Scott Bechtel will be playing for his team. He's got some trees right in front of him. Um, Not an easy shot. But very well executed. Hit a low shot through the trees, or the gap in the trees, and chase it out into the fairway. Good play.
Like he drew it up.
All right. Yeah. Next to play will be Kelly Law's team. If you remember, his partner hit the tree and the ball came down. They're actually still on the right-hand side of the fairway, so very lucky to have not kicked somewhere worse. Mr. Law is up and has hit a shot down the right-hand side. That's going to be in the right rough. That will leave, in the newly sodded area down the right, that will leave a very, very, very challenging and long third shot over the water to the pin. Not ideal. And Dr. Brown's team will be playing their third shot. From the rough. And made good contact. It's going down the cart path area, just might have bounced on the path. So it's about even with the new bunker on the left-hand side, the fairway bunker that we just built. So still probably 150 yards out. We have Dr. Kanduja's team playing here. His partner, Mr. Davis, is playing. And Mr. Davis has hit not the best shot, but it's chasing down the fairway. It's going to be maybe just short of the fairway bunker on the left. Got away with a miss hit. Next to play is going to be Mr. Overbay's guest playing their second shot. Dale Eibel is his name, and he's grabbing some sort of fairway wood or hybrid out of the bag. Can't tell from here if that's a 7-wood or a hybrid. Playing the team's second shot. And he's hit a good shot down the middle of the fairway. It hits, it's kind of firm up there near the pond. So I think it's still going to be short of the pond, but should be in good shape. But probably closer than they wanted it to the water. If you're going to lay up, lay back, right? Don't try to get cute and lay it up really close to the water. All right, now we have over here in the right rough. All right. Okay, got another ball chasing down the fairway from the right rough. That should be in good shape. That was for second shot for Justin Smith's team. Mr. Quinlan's team will play next from the fairway. Just hit a fairway wood down the left side of the fairway. It's going to be in perfect shape. Okay. Yeah, we have Scott Lepesky's team is next to play. They're on the left side of the fairway. His partner has an iron in hand. Just a layup. He's hit a perfect layup shot right down the middle of the fairway. Ball's in great shape. Yeah, Seth Bromberg's team is next to play. His partner, Jeff Price, is hitting the second shot. He's got a long iron in hand. They're just left of the path. And he's hit a good shot down the middle of the fairway. Ball's in perfect position for them.
It's got like a V or something. There we go.
Mr. Kale's team will be next to play. So Larry will be playing since his son hit the tee ball. We're still out here. We're still over 300 yards from the pin, so long way to go. This will definitely be a layup. All right. And Larry's hit a fine shot down the left side. That's in perfect position.
Absolutely perfect.
Now we have Tracy Drew playing. Tracy has a fairway wood out. He's just going to be laying it up down the, hopefully, left-hand side of the fairway, which is the right play to this pin. And he's hit a fine shot down the left-hand side that should carry the first bunker and be in perfect shape. A lot of quality golf shots going on right now. It's good to see. We have Des Stutzman playing now for his team. Des has a hybrid out. Again, nobody can get home in two from here, so they're all laying up. And Des hit a nice shot. It's down the right-hand side. Should be just perfect. Short of the water. We have Mr. Gagliardi now playing for his team. Their ball stayed in the right, just in the fairway. And Mr. Gagliardi's hit a low hook shot going toward the bunker on the left. And now it's Mr. Lutz. Iron in hand, Mr. Lutz has hit a shot down the left-hand side. Not sure if that's going to catch fairway or rough, but over the first bunker and toward the second one. So still in good shape and good angle to the pin. Everything really opens up from that left-hand side. All right, that's a range ball. Range ball's in the 18th fairway. I mean, that's about 100 yards offline, so maybe somebody, whoever did that, needs to take a lesson, right? If we can't get them to hit it straighter. All right, we have Mr. Lark's team is up. And his guest, Mr. McCoy, will be hitting the second shot. A lot of discussion on what they want to do here. Again, this is just a layup. But maybe not. They might take a go at it. Got probably about 275 to the pin. But he's got an iron in hand. This is just a layup. And said fine shot down the left-hand side of the fairway. Good shot. Ball's still in play. All right. And now with their third shot will be Mr. Bechtel's team. So his partner, Jeff Drew, will be playing the shot. Got about really to the pin about I would guess about 255, 260. He's got fairway wood in hand. They do get a stroke here. He's giving it a rip, and that's down. That's going to be a very good shot. Might catch a piece of the green. All right, left rough. Seth Bromberg's giving me a hard time right now. Dr. Kanduja has played out of the rough, had a bad lie, could only not get a whole lot on that, but it's chasing out near the front of the green, probably about 30 yards short, so they're in decent shape. Kelly Law's team is up. They're in the right rough, newly sodded rough here on the right-hand side, and they are probably about 185 out of the rough, over water. Does it have enough to carry? No, it hit the bank and kicked back into the water. They will be hitting their fifth shot from just short of the water here. I knew when they hit that second shot that was going to be a really challenging third shot to that pin, and it proved to be. Next to play out of the left fairway bunker will be Mr. Pottinger, who is Mr. Gagliardi's guest. So, oh, sorry. Dr. Brown, I'm sorry. It's Dr. Brown's team is up to play. They were on the path. They were taking relief from the path. And Dr. Brown will be playing the team's fourth shot. A low one out of the thick rough, did not get up out of the rough. Got out of the rough, chasing the fairway. They're still about 100 yards out. They're in the water. They need to drop them. Mr. Gallagher's guest is playing out of the fairway bunker. Not an easy shot. But he has made great contact. That's headed right to the middle of the green. That's a fantastic play out of that bunker. We knew when that bunker got moved to that location, it was going to catch a lot of layup shots and make this layup a little bit harder. They found the bunker, but have recovered nicely. Justin Smith's team is next to play. And Justin Smith has hit a shot left of the pen, trying to cut back. Should be about hole high, but that's going to leave a testy downhill left to right putt. Next play, Scott Lepesky's team. A little bit into the wind. Probably about 140 yards. Slightly into the wind. Caught that a little heavy. It needs to get up.
Oh yeah.
Got on the
Tuck and
green.
run.
Should chase out a little bit, but leave a long putt. Scott's shaking his head. Mr. Overbay is up. He was aiming way right, but has pulled it back to the left, and it's hooking left of the pin into the middle of the green. And there you go. It was kind of aimed over the fountain, so kind of really came over the top to pull it back toward the target. I was concerned there for a minute. He was aiming at the pin on the right of the green. Mr. Kale's up. John Kale has pulled this third shot left of the green. That's going to be in the newly sodded area on the left. It's now fairway. It used to be rough. They've twice won this championship, the Kales have. But have a little bit of work left to do on this one. Seth Bromberg is up. Seth has made good contact, heading toward the pen. If it's the right distance, it's a good shot. He likes it. Good shot. Good shot. Next to play will be Des Stutzman's team. Ed Humbert's going to play this shot. How far you got? 110. All right. Mr. Humbert's play, 110 yards, slightly into the wind. He's made good contact. The ball's right at the pin. A little bit short of the pin, but in good shape. Mr. Quinlan will now play the third shot for his team. Probably about 105 yards. Couple practice swings. And he's got that a little heavy. It's going down the left-hand side of the green. But in the middle of the green, but that will leave a very long putt, probably 50 feet plus. We're getting closer to the green. Brandon Lutz's team is playing. His partner has a ball that's below his feet from the stance in the fairway. Easy to lose the ball right. He's caught it thin, boned it, rolling around the green. It's probably going to chase into the back bunker, and that will leave a very, very difficult bunker shot. Downhill all the way. A little bit of green to work with, but still very challenging. Playing the fifth shot for Dr. Brown's team, his partner, Mr. Molkanoa. Hit a good shot, left of the pin. They will have a putt for bogey with a stroke. That would give him a net par. Outside chance to continue on. But I feel like with as many teams as we have getting strokes here, uh, it's going to take a net birdie. Bryce Drew is playing the third shot for Team Drew. And he has caught that extremely thin. Four! It's into the back bunker. And again, that bunker is no place you want to be. It's going to be a very, very challenging fourth shot for that team. Playing quickly, Mr. Lark hit a nice shot toward the pin, their third shot, below the hole. Good spot to putt from. Very good. Now have playing the fourth shot for Dr. Canduce's team. Partner playing quickly. Lofted it in the air toward the pin. And a fine shot, probably about 8 to 10 feet away. I believe that the ball that Mr. Law's partner hit made it to the weeds here on the right. I thought it bounced back into the water, but they're going to search for it here in the grass. So as we look again, oh, we do have it. We found it.
Kelly.
It's in the grass. They did find it. Yeah. So Kelly Law will be putting the team's fourth shot out of the fescue short of the green. Not a horrible lie, to be honest with you. You can definitely get the club on the ball, advance it up onto the green. Can't move the rocks, right? You can't move the rocks. So yeah, Mr. Law, you can make practice swing if you wish, right? We just can't do anything to cause the ball to move, and you can't move the rocks. The rocks here on 18 and on the golf course are an integral part of the course, so we can't move those. They're not loose impediments here. Got it out. It's on the green. Okay. That's not ground under repair. Yeah. That area is not ground under repair. Only covered by sod seams. Mr. Bechtel's play. Team's fourth shot. Challenging shot, but he has played a fantastic shot from left of the green. Yeah. Next to play will be Mr. Quinlan's team. They are on the green. There are a couple of teams that are off the green, but they are further away, so they will play first. We're gonna have Mr. Drew will mark the ball first for the team Bechtel. Playing quickly, Mr. Quinlan. Left to right breaking putt from about 50 feet. It's hit a pretty good putt. It's about 8 feet away, 8 to 10 feet short. Mr. Kale will now play from left of the green. This new area that we saw that used to be rough, it's now fairway, giving players more options to play, but downhill all the way to the pin. It'll be hard to keep this one short of the pin, and that is raced way by. Probably leaving the team 40 feet. I think we're here first.
Must make.
Got to make it. Fourth shot, right of the pin. Stay with me. Wherever I walk, stay with me. All right. Mr. Law's team is playing. This is their fifth shot. Again, long uphill putt. 40-some feet, maybe 50. This is for par. Not a lot of movement to this putt. It's hit a good one. It's a little bit right of the hole. Flagged it up to about 4 feet. Okay. Yeah. We do have a couple balls back in the bunker that are going to need to play. Mr. Kale's putt first, and then we're going to have these balls out of the bunker. This is their fifth shot. Just right to left breaking putt. Kind of up the hill and then back down. He's going to have to give this a good 8 feet of break. It's a good putt. A little long. Still about 6 feet away. Got a couple balls back in the bunker here. Sorry. Mr. Drew is playing out of the bunker. He's got a downhill lie to a green that runs away from him. This is virtually impossible. Playing their fourth shot. I doubt he can get this anywhere within 30 feet. And he's kind of caught it thin and got out of the bunker, but down in the fairway. Yeah. You can go ahead, Mr. Lutz. Mr. Drew's team is still away. We're going to have Mr. Lutz play out of the back bunker. Again, this is a challenging shot, downhill lie. Got a little bit of green to work with, but everything that he has runs away from him. They get this thing. His lie is better than Mr. Drew's lie. If he can get this within 15 feet, it would be a great shot. Oh, he's hit a fantastic bunker shot. That's about as good as you can do, but that thing is still raced by about 20 feet, 20, 25 feet. Just a very hard place to be in this bunker back here behind the green. Mr. Drew's team will be next to play. Guys, Mr. Kale, Mr. Drew's team will be playing from left of the green after their bunker shot. Hate to say it, but it's kind of not quite a shank, but that was just an impossible lie that he had. Ball way below his feet. So this is now their fifth shot. And again, once he lofts this up onto the green runs away from him. So a challenging shot. Down to where Mr. Bechtel was. He's hit a great shot, about as good as you can do, and that has raced by about 10, 12 feet. All in all, a great shot from down there. Yeah, Mr. Overby's team is up. Mr. Ivel will be playing the team's fourth shot. Downhill, left to right. We'll have some pace to it. He's left that short of the pin. About 3 feet away. But all in all, pretty good putt. But still leaves a kind of a little downhill slider for their fifth shot. Justin Smith's team is next to play. This is their birdie putt. And this green has a hump in the back of it, coming off the bunker. So this is downhill, breaking left to right. Should be very fast. That is a pretty good putt, but a little low. Has raced by about 8 feet. Now I have playing Mr. Gagliardi. This putt that he has is coming more up the hill. Just want to make sure he hit it hard enough and get it to the hole. This is the team's fourth shot, their birdie putt. He left it out to the right and let him pass the hole. They're going to have a downhill slider for their par putt. All right, it's always fun now to try to figure out who's away. Got this one right here. Yeah. Mr. Lutz's team is playing. This is their par putt. They did get a stroke here. This will be uphill, breaking a little left to right. The tee shots and second shots were pretty good. As we've gotten closer to the green, the play has tightened up. The competitors are getting a little feeling the pressure. left that short, about 6 feet short, so they will have a bogey putt. This ball first. Mr. Bromberg's team is up to play. Mr. Price will be hitting this putt. This is uphill, left to right, probably about a good foot outside the hole. This is their birdie putt. They do get a stroke here, so they can lag this up close. It would be good. He doesn't necessarily putt like a 30 handicap, but that's pretty good. This is just short of the hole. Mr. Lark's team for birdie just slides by. Just slides by. Next play will be Dr. Stutzman. This will be downhill, right to left. We need somebody to move their mark here, guys.
Where would you like it?
This is for birdie. Birdie putt for Des Stutzman. Downhill, right to left, fast. Dr. Stutzman's been playing great this year. They won the member, he and his partner. Has a good 2 feet of break in it, but he's got to hit it soft. Not playing quite enough break. They'll have about 1.5, 2 feet left for their par. Tracy Drew's team is playing. This is their bogey putt. Similar line to Dr. Stutzman's putt. Downhill, right to left, and speedy. He's hit that too hard. That's never going to take a break. They still have about 6 feet left for double bogey. Dr. Brown's bogey putt. Downhill, left to right. Playing quickly. Left it low. They'll have a putt for double bogey. Mr. Quinlan's playing now. This is their par putt from about 5 feet left to right. And not an easy putt to make. It's all about speed here. In the right line, the right speed. And just left it high. It was a good putt. But they will have that for bogey. Yeah, go ahead. Mr. Kale's play. This is their bogey putt. He's left that low. I have this putt for double bogey. All right, Dr. Canduce is up. This is their par putt. And he has made it. Par for Dr. Canduce with a stroke, so that's a net birdie. Now Mr. Becker playing. Again, as a reminder to everybody, it's a low 3 teams and ties. Bogey putt. Left it just short. They'll make double. That was a par putt. This is a bogey putt. Team Bethel makes a bogey for a net 5. Net 5s might be good enough to move on. Justin Smith's team, this is a par putt. They do not stroke here. So if they want any chance to move on, they must make about 6 feet uphill. Not a whole lot of movement in this putt. He's pushed it. And they will have a bogey putt. Scott Lepesky's playing for his team. Again for par. Must make. Uphill, a little right to left. Did not turn. That lips out. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. It's a low 3 teams and ties. Drews are playing. This is for a double bogey. For the stroke again, they go. And he's left it short. They will make a triple bogey for a net double bogey, virtually eliminating them from the shootout. Yeah. Mr. Quinlan, would you guys like to finish?
That team like to finish?
Yeah. Should be able to get in there and do it. Finish?
Finish?
Yeah.
You need to read.
All right. All right. So Mr. Quillen's team makes a net 6. 6 net 5. So that's a bogey for net par. Mr. Gagliardi's team for par. And his partner has made it. So that is a 5 for a net 4. They will assuredly advance on to the final shootout. This is Kelly Law playing. The putt was for bogey, but he's missed it. So I'll make double bogey. Putt with a stroke. Your net bogey. So everybody's playing. This is the team's par putt. Left to right slider, 3 feet. And it's made it. So they make it 5 for a net 4. So we have 2 net 4s in at this point in time. All the net 6s are 3 net 4s. I'm sorry, 3 net 4s. So all the net 5s are eliminated. You know, academic at this point. That was a bogey for a net bogey for the Smith team. They are eliminated. Yeah, Dr. Stutzman's team playing here. That was a yeah. That's what I thought. Oh, that was a 5 for 4 for the team Lark. 5 for 4 for team Stutzman. Yeah, Lepesky's team is they're done. Seth Bromberg for a 5 net 4. So we have a handful of net 4s in. This is for 5. This is for 6. This is for 6 net 5. It does not matter. There you go. 6 for 5. We already have net 4s in. Yeah, so that one's done. All right. So as it is, all the net 4s will move on. So Dr. Stutzman, Mr. Bromberg, Mr. Lark, Mr. Gagliardi, Dr. Canduja, and Mr. Overbay. Those teams will move on to our ultimate shootout. All the other teams have been eliminated. Guys, great playing, and we look forward to seeing you at the awards ceremony later tonight. Everybody else, the teams that qualified, we're heading back to the fairway back here. We'll play it as a par 3. So this ultimate shootout, how it works is we play as a par 3 from various yardages based on your handicap. So the handicaps that are 10 or 9 and under play from 170 yards. Handicaps 10 to 16 play from 150 yards. And handicaps 16 and above would play from 140 yards. Now, the partner that teed off on 18 originally, the other partner now has to tee off in this ultimate shootout. So strategy involved with who teed off the first time. Obviously, have to get through this hole to make to the ultimate shootout. This ultimate shootout now is sudden death. So low score wins. There are no handicaps involved. The handicap is based on the yardage that you would play. This will be a challenging one. We're playing from the fairway here across the water to the horseshoe. Very, very difficult pin. Very challenging. The smart play actually here is to play it to the right of the pin. It'll leave an easier shot, second shot, but not sure if they know that. The putt is a lot easier from the right. All right. Just got to find my marks here. Okay. So as we're waiting for everybody to arrive, we're playing from over here. So the order of play here. Gentlemen, is everybody back here? We're still waiting on a couple more. If you guys all want to come over here, I'll show you where we're playing from. Give them away. You don't need trophies. Yeah. Okay. Everybody here? Mr. Lark, are you guys here? You guys will play first because you were the 3 seed. Mr. Lark, you hit the tee ball back on 18, so Mr. McCoy will play this shot. Mr. McCoy, based on your handicap, you're playing from 170, okay? And then the next would be, trying to go through our order here. Next would be Mr. Bromberg. So Mr. Price, you'll be playing. You get to play from 140 yards. And the next would be Mr. Overbay. And Mr. Eibel, you'll be playing the tee shot. And you'll be playing from 150 yards. And next would be Mr. Gagliardi. Again, you'll be playing from 150 yards. And then lastly, Dr. Stutzman, and you'll be playing from 150 yards. Oh, Dr. Canduja, I saw you. I skipped over. Oh, you're ahead of Dr. Stutzman. So you guys are 13, they're 14. So, and then yeah, you'll be playing from 170. That's correct. All right. So guys, this is sudden death. So if somebody makes a 2 and all the other teams make 3, we have a winner. All right. So from this point on, it's sudden death. If we have 2 teams or more than 2 teams tie for that low score, we'll continue on. The other teams will be eliminated. And if we do have another hole after this, then the other partner who's not playing this tee shot will play the next tee shot, and we'll be playing to a different pin. Or we got it? All right. So Mr. McCoy, 170 yards is going to be back here. See these 3 red dots right here? So my water bottle is sitting on the 2 red dots, and then the 1 red dot for 140 yards is in front of there. So as you see the pin back there in the horseshoe. All right, challenging shot here. Again, thank you to all of our guests who showed up to play. Um, Huge thank you to Dean Massman, our golf course superintendent, and his staff for all their hard work. It's a lot of work to put these on. The golf course is in great shape. We could use a little rain. Hopefully, we'll get some of that this week. But his staff's been working hard with the course renovation and keeping the sod alive. So huge thank you to Dean. Huge thank you to our food and beverage staff, Laura Watson, Chef Doug, um, Tony Howard, the entire staff. Yes. Yes. Correct. Yes, you can. You may tee it up. Would you like me to move that water bottle? Low shot, left of the pin, on the back of the green. Looks like it's putting. That's 150. 140. If you continue to go up, Mr. Bromberg, you're going to see a red dot. So Mr. Bromberg's team is up to play. His partner, Jeff Price, will be hitting the shot from 140 yards. Looks like all the competitors figure out what they're going to do on this hole. He will hit from here, but first up is Mr. Yes. No, Mr. Bromberg's team is playing. Yeah, Mr. Bromberg's partner has to hit this tee shot. He's a 30 handicap, so he must play from the 140 yard. So Jeff Price is being coached up by his partner, Seth Bromberg. Steadies himself. A lot of pressure. But he's hit a great shot. He made good contact. It's out to the right. We'll leave a long putt, but it's dry. There are no strokes on this. That is probably, I don't know, 80 feet. Next is Mr. Overbay.
Mr. You are next. Mr. Ivo, you'll be playing the shot. You're up.
So you'll be playing from 150 yards. There's two red dots right here in the fairway, Mr. Eibel. You may play from right there. These shootouts are always very chaotic. You may use a tee. Always chaotic. Trying to keep the order of play, trying to make sure you're keeping track of everyone's strokes. It takes a village. But again, back to thank you, Chef Doug and Laura Watson, our whole food and beverage staff. The food was excellent this week, and we couldn't do it without you. And I know the dinner tonight's going to be fantastic. So looking forward to that. Tribals playing 150 yards over water into a slight breeze. Made good contact.
Let's
high.
go! That's good, baby!
That's right of the pin. It's actually a good spot to putt from. Right of the pin is a good spot to putt from.
Can I get my mark back?
Mr. Gagliardi, you'll be playing from 150 yards. Doug Gagliardi's playing for his team, and set the shot up again a little bit more for you. All over water. He's playing from 150 yards. Slight breeze into your face. There is more green to work with up there. It looks like from here, from the fairway, that the pin's sticking in the pond, but there's a bit of green before from the edge of the pond to the pin. Best putt is from right of the hole. Mr. Gagliardi, practice swing, and he steps in. And that's to the right of the pin. Oh, that is chased long through the green. Dr. Candicia's partner has played Mr. Davis. That's to the left and short. That has landed in the water. Has landed in the water. Dr. Stutzman's team is up.
Okay. White David.
Yes, you will play the next shot. Dr. Candicia will have to drop, hitting your third shot from short of the pond. Dr. Stutzman's playing hybrid in hand. Solidly struck. Is it enough to carry? It's to the right. It is on the green. Yeah. Dr. Candicia has to play.
Man, hard luck. Look at that guy.
Yep, you're good. Dr. Candicia playing the team's third shot. Slim chance. But you never know. Can he pull off a miracle? It's got that thin and to the left. That's going to be in the carts behind the green. They will have a challenging fourth. And onward we move. Started with 15 teams. And keep getting smaller. Gorgeous day here. Weather this week, as we said earlier, has been absolutely perfect. Not a cloud in the sky today. Gorgeous weekend. Still have some golf to play here. We'll see how our competitors can do. See if we can have a winner after this hole, or if we'll be moving on to another sudden death shootout hole. Huge thank you to the golf staff, Chris Modi, Ty Burson, Cody Bailey, and Adam Hobson for all their hard work. It takes a village to put these events on, and they did an amazing job. So very proud of my staff and all their hard work. We've all worked a lot of hours, and I know everybody's looking forward to getting some rest over the next few days. First to play will be Mr. Bromberg's team. They're on the green, but about 80 feet away. They will putt first before we have Dr. Canduja's fourth shot. Mr. Bromberg, it'll be your play first. I can if you'd like. You want me to? You want to just leave it? All right. So it'll be Mr. Bromberg's play first, and then actually it'll be Mr. Gagliardi's play, and then we'll go to Dr. Candusia. On the green, but a long way away from Mr. Bromberg.
I was in the water. You were in the water.
You'd be hitting your fourth shot at this point in time, but you never know what's going to happen. So I'd play at least one more shot. Dr. Candusia's thinking about picking up, but I'm talking him out of it. I'm telling him to play at least one more shot and see what happens. You never know with the pressure of these things if people are going to two-putt, three-putt. This will be a difficult two-putt for sure. Number of carts lining the 18th green, everybody watching. So, settings for his putt. This is a right to left breaking putt. Slow, uphill, right to left the entire way. And he has not hit that hard enough. That's still going to leave them about, probably about 12 to 15 feet for par. Mr. Gagliardi's team will be next to play. They're sitting on top of, we just removed a bunker from the right-hand side of the green during our course renovation. We're sitting back where the bunker used to be. This is a challenging shot. Not a lot of green to work with. Breaking right to left and hitting some sort of flop shot to get it on the green. Their only hope is to leave themselves a putt for par to have a chance to move on. Challenging stance, ball below the feet. Ball above the feet, I'm sorry. Kind of side hill, downhill side hill lie. The lie looks good from here. These shots here where the ball's above your feet this far, the ball will always come out left. He's going to have to aim this to the right. It's going to end up close to the hole. He went right underneath that, trying to hit a miraculous flop shot. The club went right underneath the ball. Ball moved only downward. They're left with a more difficult shot at this point because the lie is going to be worse from the exact same location. Ouch. Gagliardi's played actually a very good shot. It's going to chase through on the other side of this mound. Just a challenging shot to begin with. They're still away, but we'll have Dr. Candusia play first. So Mr. Davis is playing. This is an impossible shot. He's going to land it on top of a hump. The green runs away from him. He's hit a good shot. That thing is chased by probably about 30 feet, and that's about as good as you can do. That was just a bad place to be.
Sorry.
Started with 15. Actually, started with 84 teams. 14 flights of 6. They played round robin matches. All the flight winners made it to the shootout. We had one tie in a flight, so we had 15 teams in the shootout. 15 teams down to 6. This is a bogey putt for Mr. Gagliardi's team from 55, 60 feet. Uphill, breaking right to left. The only good thing about this is if they play the putting contest on Thursday night, they kind of know what this does a little bit. We had a pin in a similar location. You've got to play this up near the fringe to get it close to the hole. But you got to think this has to go in for them to have a chance. Not quite hard enough. That's going to come up well short. And I believe the chances are. Down here first. Dr. Sutzman's team is away. In or out, Doc? Okay. This putt will be uphill. It's slower than you think. This is from birdie for about 40 feet. And that is not hard enough. Well short. Got about 10 feet left. At least they're putting uphill for this next putt. Mr. Lark's team will be playing. This is a very, very, very challenging putt. To get this putt anywhere within inside of 10, 12 feet would be really solid. Playing it through the fringe. Pretty good speed. Oh, very close. We'll end up just outside of Dr. Stutzman's putt by a couple feet. But that's about as good as you can do from that location. Now Dr. Canduce's fifth shot. If you remember, his partner was in the water. Dr. Canduce hit left of the green, and his partnership to this point. This is for double bogey. It's a good putt. And he makes it for double bogey from 35 feet. What an amazing putt. What an amazing putt. The crowd cheers. Everybody goes wild. What a great putt, but unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be enough. I don't know. Brian Overbay's team is up. Mr. Overby has a right to left putt from about 20 feet, 25 feet. Like 25 feet, right to left for birdie. If this goes in, they are our winners. This is a hard putt to make, but they are putting from the correct side of the hole. I'm sure in his mind, he just wants to like this up there closer, but he needs to tap in. He hits the putt, plays it way too much break, out to the right. They've got about 7 feet left for par. That will be coming downhill and right to left.
Yeah.
I think it's here. Mr. Gagliardi's team will be playing. Yeah. Dr. Kanduzin's in with 5, but you never know what's going to happen. Just hit it one more time. Remember Mr. Gagliardi's team. Mr. Gagliardi hit it over the green. His partner tried to hit a heroic flop shot and just slid right underneath the ball. This is for double bogey. Must go into tie Dr. Kingfisher, who's in with 5. I doubt that is good enough to move on. We still have 4 teams putting for par at this point. I think that one of them might make it. Double bogey putt on the way, and just short. So that will eliminate them. They can pick that up. They will be eliminated. They played great this week. Mr. Gagliardi's team was the team that had the most points in the championship this year with 30 points in their fight. Jeff Price, Seth Bromberg's partner for par. 15 feet. On the way. Just short. One roll short of going in. That was a great putt. Seth will tap in for bogey. So Bromberg's team is in for bogey. Mr. Lark's team now has a putt for par. It's about 15 feet uphill, breaking a little right, breaking a little right to left, but breaking right to left. Slower than you think. You got to hit it. And again, this putt has been left short. This will be a tapped in for 4 for Mr. Lark. Nobody from below the hole has got the ball to the hole except for Dr. Canduja. It's a slow putt. Dr. Stutzman's team putting for par. Des Stutzman trying to go back-to-back member champion and classic champion in the same year. Uphill, right to left. He made a great putt to win the member. Can he do it again? Similar lot. Uphill, right to left. Just gotta get it there. It's hit hard enough, but missed it to the right. So we now have 3 teams in with bogey. 1 team left. Brian Overbay and his partner Dale Eibel putting for par to win the 2024 Jefferson Classic. This will be downhill. Should be a little right to left. And fast. A lot of pressure on this putt. He has the read. He steps in. Couple practice strokes. He hits it. And he makes it in the right edge. And we have our champions. Congratulations to Brian Overbay and his guest Dale Eibel as our 2024 Jefferson Classic champions. Great putt. Wow, great job. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Good try.
And that concludes the 2024 Jefferson Classic. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
That was a really good job.
Thank you. We look forward to seeing you all in 2025. Have a great night.